Hello everyone, this is Nishachauhan and you're watching Scienceaholic. In today's video, we will be discussing about the most important 20 MCQs of the chapter number 2, and that is matter around a sphere. These all MCQs are very important as an exam point of view, and if you want to score good marks, you need to practice these all MCQ. In last video, we have discussed about the previous year question and answer of the chapter number 4, that is structure of atom, and if you have not seen that video, the link I have in the description box below and you can find on my channel Scienceaholic. So let's start the video. Is matter around a sphere? Question number 1. Distillation is a good separation technique for. There are 4 options. Option A, solids, B, liquids, C, solid alloys, and D, gaseous. Answer is liquid. Now, first of all, we need to understand what is distillation. So, the distillation, the action of purifying a liquid by a process of heating and cooling. So, by heating and cooling process, distillation can occur. Example, the petroleum distillation process is the main example of distillation. So, it means basically distillation is for liquids only. So, question number 1, answer B. Question number 2. One common method used to separate dyes is. Options are filtration, B, distillation, C, chromatography, and D, conductivity. So, filtration, the process of filter, distillation, just now we have discussed, chromatography, let's understand what is chromatography. A techniques for the separation of a mixture by passing it in a solution or suspension through a medium in which the components move at different rate. This image you can see, or you might have seen in your books. It's a image of chromatography. In this image you can see there is a separation of mixture on different level. So these all are different components in a mixture. So the one common method used to separate dyes, answer is chromatography. Now one trick is there to learn dyes, chromatography, how you can learn dyes. You know that dyes is a color, and chromatography, the Latin meaning of chromato or chroma is color. So you can correlate dyes means chroma or chromatography. This way you can learn. So this is question number 2. Now come on to the question number 3. According to the definition of pure substance, which of the following is a pure substance? So first of all, what is pure substance? A substance that are made up of only one kind of particles and has a fixed or constant structure. So only one kind of a particle. Let's see options. Option A, ice, B, mercury, C, iron, and D, all of these. Now you know that ice is made up of different water molecules, mercury made up of different mercury molecules, iron is made up of Fe molecule. So in this ice, in mercury, in iron, all are one type of molecule. That's why these all are pure substance. Ice, mercury, iron, these all are pure substance. So the answer is D. Question number 4. When two liquids do not mix, they form two separate layers and are known as. Options are A, miscible liquids, B, immiscible liquids, C, saturated liquid, and D, supersaturated liquid. Immiscible liquid, so the option B is the correct answer, that is immiscible liquid. Do know immiscible liquids are those which won't mix to give a single phase. When we mix vigorously, we didn't get a single phase. So the example, oil and water. So this is called immiscible liquid. Miscible liquid, example you can take as when we mix water and milk. So that is the example of miscible. So the option B, immiscible liquid, is the correct answer of question number 4. Now question number 5. Which of the following non-metal is a good conductor of electricity? Now non-metal, don't confuse in metal and non-metal. So they have asked us about non-metal, which is a good conductor of electricity. So the options are A, aluminium, B, silicon, C. Graphite, and D. Gold. Now you know that aluminium, silicon and gold, these all are metal. Only the graphite is a non-metal, which is a good conductor of electricity. Now you know that what is non-metal? Non-metal are chemical elements that lacks the characteristic of metals. It's called non-metal. So the answer C is the correct answer. Graphite is a non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. Now question number 6. Pure substance which is made up of only one kind of atom and cannot be broken into two or more simpler substances by physical or chemical means is referred to as. Now options are A. a compound, B. an element, C. a molecule, and D. a mixture. So the answer is an element. So here you can see element is a single type of a substance and compound is a mixture. It's a mixture of two or more things. So pure substance which is made up of only one kind of atom, that is an element. So the correct answer will be option B, an element. So let's see question number 7. The continuous zigzag movement of colloidal particles in a dispersion medium is called. Now zigzag movement of colloidal particle in any medium or dispersion medium. So this effect you can see and you might have seen in your books, that is Brownian motion. Option A, dispersion. Option B, Tyndall effects. C, Brownian movement, and D, oscillation. So when a continuous zigzag movement of colloidal particles, then answer will be Brownian movement. So zigzag is the key word for Brownian movement. So the answer will be option C, that is Brownian movements. Question number 8. In tincture of iodine, find the solute and solvent. Now you need to understand tincture of iodine means what. So there are 4 options. A. Alcohol is the solute and iodine is the solvent. B. Iodine is the solute and alcohol is the solvent. C. Any components that can be considered as solute or solvent. D. Tincture of iodine is not a solution. So the correct answer is B, that is iodine is the solute and alcohol is the solvent. So let's see, solution of iodine is in alcohol is known as a tincture of iodine. Solution of iodine, when we mix iodine in alcohol, so it will become a tincture of iodine, that is called tincture of iodine. Means alcohol is the liquid and alcohol is the solvent and iodine is a solute. So the option B is the correct answer. Now let's see question number 9. Heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles do not dissolve and remain suspended throughout the solvent and the solute particles can be seen with the naked eye is known as. Options are colloidal solution, B. supersaturated solution, C. sublimation, and D. suspension. So the correct answer for this is option D, suspension. So let's see question number 10. If we put camphor in an open container, its amount keeps on decreasing due to the phenomena of. Options are evaporation, B. precipitation, C. condensation, and D. sublimation. So the correct answer is D, that is sublimation. So what is sublimation? Change of solid directly to gas or conversion of gas directly to liquid without changing into liquid state is called sublimation. So now you need to understand sublimation, that is changes of solid directly to gas, it's called sublimation. So option D, sublimation, is the correct answer of question number 10. Now let's see question number 11. Which of the following element is not a metalloids? Options are option A, boron, option B, silicon, option C, germanium, option D, tungsten. Now in periodic table you can see this right corner, these all are non-metal, and these all left corner elements are metal, and these element between these two are called metalloid. It means these metalloids are the metalloids or element which show the property of metal as well as non-metal. So that's why it's called a metalloid. So they have asked us about which of the following elements not a metalloid. It's not a metalloid. Boron is a metalloid. You can see here boron is a metalloid. Silicon is a metalloid. Germanium is a metalloid. Only this tungsten is not a metalloid because it is not there in this list. So answer D, that is tungsten, is the correct answer. Now question number 12. What is the name of the non-metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature? This question is very important because so many times examiner asked about this question, that is a non-metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature. There are two questions, one for non-metal and one for metal. So that question we will see. What is the name of non-metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature? Options are A. mercury, B. bromine, C. sodium and D. potassium. Now you know that only bromine is a liquid which exists in room temperature, and that is non-metal. Bromine is a non-metal. Mercury is a metal. Sodium is also a metal and potassium is also a metal. Only bromine is a non-metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 13. Solubility is a good separation techniques for option A. pure metal, B. noble gases, C. different salts, D. metallic alloys. There are 4 options. So the correct answer is different salts. So let's understand what is solubility. Solubility is the property of a solid, liquid or gaseous chemical substance called solute to dissolve in solid, liquid or gaseous solvent. So the solubility answer is for different salt. For different salt, solubility is a good separation technique. Question number 14. Filtration can be used to separate. Now filtration is a simple process of filtering any liquid or solid from liquid. So option A, solid from solids, B, liquid from solids, C, liquid from liquids and D, liquids from gases. You know that when we filter solid from liquid, and this process is called filtration. So option B, that is liquid from solid. So the option B is the correct answer. This picture you can see here, this is a glass funnel, solid residue, and this is filter paper, and this is liquid. So after filtering this liquid, we will get solid residue. So this is question number 14. Let's see question number 15. Which of the following is an example of homogeneous substance? Options are granite, B, copper sulfate, C, M candy and D, muddy water. They have asked us about homogeneous. So first of all, let's understand homogeneous substance, a uniform composition and properties throughout the solution. It's called homogeneous solution. Take example of water in milk. So that is homogeneous solution. So granite, it's not a homogeneous solution. M candy, it's not. Muddy water, it's also not a homogeneous solution, because in water you can see mud particles. That's why it's a heterogeneous substance. So the correct answer B, copper sulfate, is the correct answer. And copper sulfate is in blue color, and you might have seen in labs, that is chemical lab that we are using for practical, where you can see this copper sulfate. Question number 16. Tyndall effect is due to. Now Tyndall effect, options are A, scattering of light, B, dispersion of light, C, reflection of light and D, refraction of light. So these are all 4 options, and you know that Tyndall effect is related to the scattering of light. Here you can see in this picture, that is scattering of light through different solution. This is the plain solution and this is mixture of water and milk. So This is about Tyndall effect. Now let's see question number 17. What is the name of the metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature? In previous question we have discussed about the non-metal. Now here they have asked us about a metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature. So the options are sodium, B potassium, C mercury and D bromine. Now you know that how sodium exists. It is in solid state and we keep sodium in kerosene because of explosive property of sodium. So it's not a metal. Sodium, B potassium, C mercury and D bromine. Bromine is a non-metal. So you can see, and you have seen that thermometer at the tip, at the point, you can see this is a mercury, liquid mercury. So option C is the correct answer. That is a metal which exists in liquid state at room temperature. So option C is the correct answer. Come on to question number 18. Which of the following are chemical changes? Now what are chemical changes? Chemical changes are irreversible. Chemical changes or chemical change produce new product. So this is the two property of chemical change. Let's see. There are four options. Option A, freezing of water. B, growth of plant. C, mixing of iron, filling in sand. D, hammering of a nail into a piece of wood. So these are the four options. Now you know that freezing of water is a physical change because there is no new product in this freezing of water. Growth of plant, yes, sapling tree. So it's a chemical change. Mixing of iron, filling in sand, we can separate again iron from sand. So it's not a chemical change. Hammering, we can take out nail into a piece of wood. So it's also not a chemical change. So the correct answer will be option number B, that is growth of plant. Here you can see some chemical changes, that is iron rusting. Option B, burning wood, metabolism, cooking an egg, baking a cake, electroplating, rotting banana, vinegar and baking soda mixture, firework and chemical battery. So these all are chemical changes because in this a new products form, and these all are irreversible changes. So this is about question number 18. Let's see question number 19. Salt can be obtained from sea water by, options are A, filtration, B, decantation, E, evaporation and D, sublimation. So the correct option is evaporation. It's very easy question. There is no need to explain in this. Question number 2. Rusting of an article made up of iron is called. Just now we have seen the example that rusting of an iron. So it's a chemical change. Let's see the options. Option A, corrosion, and it's a physical as well as chemical changes. Corrosion. Option B, dissolution, and it's a physical change. Option C, corrosion, and it's a chemical change. Option D, dissolution, and it is a chemical change. Option C is the correct answer, that rusting of an article made up of iron, it's called corrosion and it's a chemical change. So this you can see what is chemical change in matter. So this is for all today, and if you like this video, please hit the like button and do subscribe the channel. So bye for now. Thanks for watching.